Mike, sports, vibes. Thank you for vibing with the bull. My two X factors for the 2023 NFL season. These are my two X factors. Let's go, Minnesota Vikings. Let's go. And this is where I'm starting. This is where I'm going with this, y'all. The common denominator for Super Bowl champions is the trenches. And what I mean by the trenches is the offensive line and defensive line. But I got two players. I got one on offense and I got one on defense. To be specific, I got one on the defensive line and one on the offensive line. So I'm going to start with the bull, Marcus Davenport. He's my X factor number one because I look at it like this, man. He has to ball out. He can't be doing what he did in 2022. I forgot how many games he played in 2022, but I believe it was like 15, 16 games, and he only had a half a sack. We need to do better than that. We need to do better than that. So Marcus Davenport, 6'6", 265 pounds of muscle. Got to do better than that. I'm looking at his stats right now, y'all, but I am excited for this NFL season. These are my two X factors, man. This is one of my X factors, I mean. So in 2022, he did have a half a sack. He had 16 solo tackles. But we need to get that. We need to get that 2021 Davenport. We need that 2021 Davenport when he had 9 sacks, man. We need that player back. Because if we could somehow get him and we keep D Hunt, oh my gosh. I think we got something special, y'all. I'm just saying, this is an underrated pickup. Sometimes you find gold and diamonds where you least suspect it. See, what I mean by that is people sleeping on him because he only had a half a sack. But the one thing that I noticed about Davenport when I'm watching his highlights is he knows how to stop the run. He stops the run and he tackles you. He doesn't. Not many players break his tackle, break through his arms. He knows what he's doing when he gets to the ball carrier. When he finally does get to the quarterback, they ain't getting away. So Marcus Davenport is my guy for the PFF grade, and that's the Pro Football Focus. He scored a 76.8. That's not the best. It's not the worst. It's like in the middle, a little bit above the middle. He's a little bit above average. But I think that he scored that high in 2022 is because of his run defense. Like nobody, like when he gets to the running back, they're not getting away. So I give it to him, even though he wasn't getting to the quarterback consistent enough. But I'm hoping this year in 2023, he gets to the quarterback a lot more. And I think that with D Hunt, they're going to be triple team, double team, and D Hunt. So if they're doing that with Daniil Hunter, hopefully that leaves him with someone that don't got no business on him. So Marcus Davenport, I need you to step your game up for the 2023 season. Let's go Davenport. Let's go Vikings. Defensive line is going to be spectacular this year. I really feel like that, especially if we keep D Hunt. Under Brian Flores, I think that our defense is so underrated, but I know we're going to give up some yards, touchdowns once in a while, but I have a feeling when it counts, when it's go time, when it's the last couple of minutes, they're always going to make that play. They're going to be aggressive at the right time. They're not going to be overly aggressive, but they're going to be aggressive at the right times. And Brian Flores he's that guy that he expects the best from his players. He ain't going to be like last year when we're 10 yards away from the quarterback, the wide receiver, and then expecting us to actually stop him. How can you stop a wide receiver if you're 10 yards away from him to begin with? You can't do it. Donashell, you can't do it. But Brian Flores is not going to play those games. And I think that if we can get the 2021 Davenport back, sky's the limit for this defense, man. It starts with the trenches. I don't care what nobody says. You can have the best corners in the game, but if your defensive line or your linebackers are not getting to the quarterback, if they're not getting to the quarterback, he's going to find the open man. I don't care how good of a corner. If Revis is not playing and Deion Sanders is not playing, I don't care how good the cornerback is. Eventually that wide receiver is going to get open and that quarterback is going to find somebody. But that's my X Factor number 1. And I need y'all to leave in the comments below and let me know what you think about my X Factor number 1. But hold on.
Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing
Yo,
with
thank you for vibing with the bull. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's definitely going down. I'm very excited because I feel like I haven't talked about the Vikings in like a year. It's only been a couple of days. I made a Minnesota Viking video, but it's just like, dang, I'm excited, man. The season is coming. I think I seen on an article saying it's only 60 days until officially the first game against the Buccaneers, and we're going to lay the smackdown on the Buccaneers. Week 1 is going down. I might be in Minnesota to watch the game. Coming from Pennsylvania, hybrid sports fan. Mike Sports Vibes from live close to Philly. Philly, everything besides football. I bleed purple. Let's go Vikings, man. I might be in the building, and I might go to Minnesota to go see the Mall of America. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going there to see my Vikings, but I want to see that mall because how do you, of all the things you put in the mall, you put a roller coaster in the dang old mall? I know I'm off topic right now. Just bear with me. I'm just talking my talk right now. Just talking my talk right now. But my X Factor number 2, and it's the offensive line, y'all. It's the offensive line, y'all. And y'all bet not laugh at me when I say this man's name. Y'all better hope this man does something better than what he did last year. As a Minnesota Viking fan, and we know we got Kirk Cousins as our quarterback. He ain't a dual threat. He doesn't really move around in the pocket like that. If he gets any type of pressure, it's over for him. It's over for him. And I mean this in no disrespect, because I hope he does good, because I'm trying to win our first Super Bowl. But my X Factor number 2 is dun dun dun. Let's go Vikes. Dun dun dun. Is Ed Ingram. Yes, I said Ed Ingram. He was our rookie last season. That's why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm hoping that he learns some things. I'm hoping he learned some things this offseason, because I ain't gonna lie, I looked up some of the stats, and this is why I don't like looking up stats. Because when I look up the stats and I see some things that I don't like to see, it just makes me feel some type of way. But overall, the PFF grade was 57.1. 57.1, y'all. I mean, my gosh. But let me get to the Yo, I hate me to say it like that, y'all. I hate me to say it like that. He's 24 years old, 306 pounds. Oh my gosh. Tied for 30th overall in penalties. And y'all don't want to know what he's ranked for sacks allowed. Do y'all know what? Let me know in the comments. Before I say it, I'm going to give y'all like 5 seconds. Let me know in the comments below what he ranked when it comes up allowing sacks on Kirk Cousins, the great first Cousins, the future MVP, the future 2023 MVP. Let me know in the comments below how many sacks did Ed Ingram, what did he rank? Don't look it up. Just put a number down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gave you 5 seconds. He was ranked number 1, y'all. He was ranked number 1. And I don't want to press the laugh button, but I gotta do it. Oh my God. This is why I don't like looking up stats, man. I don't like looking it up sometimes because it makes me feel some type of way. And he was a rookie. But my goodness. Come on, brother. You got to do better than that. He's my X factor because if we're good with our tackles, O'Neal, if he's healthy, and Darrisaw, if he's healthy, we got 2 Pro Bowl tackles when they're healthy. It's our guards, Ezra Cleveland, and of course, Ed Ingram. And Ed Ingram's my X factor because if we can somehow get our guards to block like our tackles a little bit better, just block a little bit more better than what they have been. He's ranked number 1. Number 1 in sacks. You know how many sacks he allowed? You guessed it, 11. He allowed 7 sacks. Number 1. He's number 1, y'all. So we got to get things. We got to do something. The coaching staff have to really coach him up because we cannot go through that this season. He is not a rookie no more. He needs to ball out. He needs to show up. He needs to do what he has to do because we can't have this, man. This is don't say it, Mike. Don't I got to talk my talk. That was terrible. That was terrible. And we're not going to tolerate it this year. We're going to bench you, brother, if you don't do what you have to do. But you're my X factor because if you can be a little bit better, a little bit above average, man, be as best as you possibly can be, man. Just be better than what you did last season and give Kirk Cousins a little bit more of a chance. We need all the linemen because this is honestly our offensive line, in my opinion. I don't care what the stats say. I feel like that was one of our weakest sections on our what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Weakest parts of our team right now. The offensive line, if it was a little bit better, and then we got to think about it, y'all. We got Ezra Cleveland, Ed Ingram. I'm just naming the weak links on the offensive line, right? The so-called weak links, right? And then Bradbury. So, and Bradbury had an okay season, but when we went against those top defensive lines, he was getting pushed back every time. I said, Bradbury, you need to gain some weight, gain some muscle. So I'm just hoping that this is, I'm looking at it like this. Our greatest weakness, which was, in my opinion, the offensive line, right? We're not even going to talk about the defense last year. We're going to talk about the offensive line. Was our biggest weakness, in my opinion, just my eyes. I don't care what the stats say, right? I don't care what the stats say. From what I seen was very terrible a lot of the times. Our greatest weakness could be our greatest strength. Meaning, if we could somehow get to where we need to be on the offensive line, I truly believe the sky's the limit for this team. So those are my two X factors on the Minnesota Vikings for the 2023 NFL season. I need y'all to let me know in the comments below who's your two X factors. Make sure one is on defense and make sure one is on offense. Mine is Marcus Davenport. We need more than a half sack, my guy. We need you to go back in time and do what you got to do and get 9 sacks, get 8 sacks, maybe even get 10 sacks. But we need better than that, and keep on stopping the run, Davenport. I don't want you to just go for sacks and don't stop the run. We need you to be a complete player, the best linebacker you can be, and and just step your game up with that. And then Ed Ingram, going back to Ed Ingram, we just need to do better, man. I don't know what else to say about that. We just need to do better. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this season, man. And I'm going live after every single Minnesota Viking game. It doesn't matter if we lose, win. It is what it is. We're going to talk our talk. And I'm going live, man. I can't wait to talk to y'all and vibe with y'all because at the end of the day, this is what sports is about. It's about bringing people together. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how short you are. It doesn't matter about any of that. We all come together with one common goal for the Minnesota Vikings. And you know what that common goal is? It's to win a freaking Super Bowl before we all die, man. We ain't have a Super Bowl yet. We got to change that. We got to change that. Plus, I was talking trash to the Eagle fans because I live in Pennsylvania. I said we're going to get our first Super Bowl before y'all get your second Super Bowl. So we gotta. I hope we do something, y'all. But as always, y'all, thank you for vibing with me, man. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for vibing with me. I really appreciate you. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you are a Minnesota Viking fan. Peace.